Welcome back to our incredible testimonies at VPA, Victorious Pentecostal Assembly in London, Thames Road, Barking. And we have another incredible package testimony for you. Vina is with us, and she is going to tell us about how she inherited £100,000 after getting contact with VPA. Welcome, Vina. It's nice to have you here. So, how did you come to find us here at VPA?
I remember I used to go to a different church, and nothing was working, and I did not even have a proper job, and I was in debt. I was a student at the time. I was on student visa. So I pray and I asked God for a good church where we see His power. And after that, I had to go to the bank to pay for my credit card. So when I went to the bank, there was a lady standing in front of me, and suddenly she just turned back and facing me. You could see her face looked so beautiful, it was glowing, and that lady was like in her mid-40s, and she's like did not have any makeup, but she had anointed oil on her face. So I said to her, "You're looking so pretty, your face is glowing." So she said to me, "Yeah, I just completed my deliverance in BPA church." And I said, "I'm looking for a church as well to worship." So she said to me, "Yeah, you can come." So she gave me all the detail of the church, and this is how I contacted the church, and I came. I came to see Pastor Alex for counseling, and from there I went on my deliverance. I have not even started my deliverance yet, but I feel so much peace, so much joy in me, and I was so excited to start my deliverance, and I did it within like a week, 5 days. I started having 2 jobs, and things start changing from there, because everything changed completely. And this is how I start make an application for my to change my status, because I was student visa and I wanted a change, so I applied for my indefinite leave to remain.
So you said to me before, when you didn't actually meet the criteria at the time to make your application for indefinite leave, what happened for you to think, okay, yes, I'm going to make my application now?
Just like I wanted a change, and I trust God will do it for me, especially where I was worshiping. I know God will do something for me. And I remember I came for a night vigil, and I had this in my heart, and I said to God, I want to apply for my paper. And at the time, Pastor Alex came midnight, came on the altar, and he said to people, tell God what you want, ask God for something. So in my heart I was praying, and I asked God, I want to apply for my paper, make a way for me. And then after that, I can hear Pastor Alex said, people who doesn't have paper here, God said, if they want to apply for their paper, they can go ahead and apply. And I tapped into this word and made my application, and God provided me everything that I needed to make that application. Even though I did not have the money, I started getting work. I managed to get the money and everything I need to make the application. So it goes.
That's amazing. So you were saying, like, when you went to the bank in the first place, you had actually were paying for your student fees at that time on a credit card,
Yeah.
and that's why you went to the bank, and then you'd prayed to say, where can you go, that ask God of a church.
The church is a good church.
Yeah.
I see His power, yeah.
And then that's when all your financial breakthroughs and blessings started to come, and you travelled from Mauritius to study.
Yeah, I came to London to study, yeah.
And that time you were as well, like Juliana and Kwame, you was just in one room.
Yeah.
Oh, you was in the flat first.
Yeah, I was in a flat first, but then I lost my job. I could not afford to pay for that flat, so I have to downgrade and go in a small room. And I had like small job, so it's what I was doing, like cleaning job, and I paid for that small room, and I had to pay for my credit card as well, and I was in debt. But when I came to VPA, I started my deliverance, where everything changed. Managed to pay that credit card because I was getting work everywhere, and everything changed. Even my paper as well. It was a long process where I had to go to court, immigration court, to fight my case, but I got it. I got it outside immigration rule. So the judge said to me, like, he bent the rule for me, and I got it.
Wow, that's amazing. So then I can remember, like you said, the night vigil then was one of the night vigils you came and you were praying, and then after that you went home, and that place when you was just in the room, you found your things on the doorstep. What was that like at that time?
Yeah, this happened. It's same day I had to go to the immigration court, fight my case for immigration, and I was supposed to move out. And I told my landlord I had such a busy week, so I can't move out on that day, on that Friday. And at the same time, we had night vigil. So I said, give me one more week, because I didn't have time at all. And I looked for some places. I called, they said to me, it's not ready, you have to wait for one more week. So I came to night vigil and had impartation. It was a beautiful night vigil. I was so tired. I came home, so all my stuff was outside in the garden, and it was raining. But I remember that before I came for the night vigil, there was a lady called me, and that lady asked me to do some shopping. Like once in a while, she would call me like to get some stuff for her. So I went to that lady before I came to church, and I did her shopping. And then I told her what has happened. Like the landlord asked me to move, but I did not have time. So the lady said to me, listen, I got a spare room, a box room. So if you want it, you can take it for £50. But that big room has gone, and she provided a student accommodation as well. I said to me, another student took that big room. So I said, I don't know, because I made arrangement to move next week, so I don't want like to take this one. So she said to me, listen, if you have any problem, just call me. I said, okay, that's fine. So I left, I came for the night vigil, enjoyed the night vigil, went home in the morning, all my stuff was outside, and in the rain. Then I remember that lady, what she said to me. So I called her and I told her what happened. She said to me, I told you to come yesterday, you are not listening. So I remember I said, God knew what is going to happen to me, that the landlord is going to put all my stuff outside. That's why.
And already lined a place up before.
Yeah, it touched the heart of that lady to give me a place, and I started laughing. I was so happy instead of being sad. I was saying, God did not want me to be homeless. So now I'm worshiping a big God, a powerful God, so no one can do that to me. So I was so happy that day. I see the hand of God, and I was like rejoicing. So I packed my stuff. Within 10 minutes, I was in that place. And that was the same lady afterward who, like, when she passed away, she left me some money. She left me £100,000.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, but coming up to that, I can remember like what you were saying, that the woman was quite elderly.
No, she was not elderly. She was. She had to retire early because she had an injury in her back.
Okay.
So, but she was like still like provide like accommodation, student accommodation. So.
But you were helping her cleaning around the house and.
Yeah, because it was part of my job when like my day off when I clean my room, so I clean everywhere. What's the point of hoovering on your room and then everywhere is in a mess? So I was hoovering everywhere.
And cooking.
And she liked spicy food and stuff like that. So when I was cooking, it smelled good. So she would ask me, what are you cooking? So I told her, and I gave her the food. So I could see she enjoyed the food. She never complained. So I asked her, do you like it? She said to me, yeah, I like spicy food. So I always cook and give to her. But we always had like a good time together. We always have a laugh. But I did help her a lot, but I did not. It's like part of my job to help people. I'm a carer, that's my job. So did not know that this cannot touch it.
No, but you were just living in the room. She was your landlady. You know, she's not your family member or anything.
No.
She was a British woman.
She was an English woman.
English woman. Okay, yeah. So then, where you weren't expecting any,
No.
you know, any inheritance. You weren't expecting
No, nothing like that.
anything. Then you came. It was actually another night vigil as well.
Yeah.
When tell us about that.
Yeah, she was not well, and she had to go to the hospital. So when I came for the night vigil, her daughter called me and said to me she passed away. But before that, when I came to night vigil early. People that I knew in that night vigil, a friend that I had in here. So I asked them to pray for her because she was not well. But then after an hour, 2 hours, the doctor called me and said to me she passed away. I was really heartbroken, and I said, God, I was praying for her. Why did you take her? And then I had to leave the church and go because her daughter was coming. So I had to go home to see the daughter. And I was very, very sad, very heartbroken.
So with the daughter, her daughter called you to say that she was giving you £100,000 from the will, and then so you've come from Mauritius on a student visa, and then when you came to VPA, had your deliverance, God settled everything financially. Now you've bought your own house and you're a landlord yourself as well.
Yeah.
So God has turned everything around. What would you say to anybody who's watching if they're in a similar situation to you?
Yeah, you can't stay at home. You have to come to church. You have to come and seek God. You have to pray. You have to be in this church in VPA. You have to be here. You have to pray. You have to come for your deliverance and be here all the time, like I did. Every night vigil, I used to be here. And then I sow seed as well. So every time I will run to Pastor Alex and sow my seed and pay my tithe, always faithfully my tithe as well. So God has really blessed me. I never lack money. Financially, God has blessed me.
So you've heard it now. We've got all of the testimonies, incredible testimonies in VPA. We're here for Night of Freedom. Come and take your testimony.